Good morning, everyone. Welcome to New York Metro Weather's forecast discussion for today, Monday, August 29th, 2011. Hurricane Irene is out of the picture, a post-tropical cyclone now located near the U.S.-Canadian border. As you can see on this imagery, a 986 millibar surface low pressure near Maine and the Canadian and Maine border this morning. Hurricane Irene passed through the area Saturday night into Sunday morning and provided copious and prolific rainfall, flash flooding damage, high winds, severe wind gusts over hurricane force in spots, with plenty of downed trees, power lines, widespread power outages, and very, very impressive storm surge. So before we discuss the calmer weather that is to come this week, which I think we'll all welcome, we do have some housekeeping to do and some business to take care of as we go over Hurricane Irene's effects on the area. Right now we're taking a look at the wind gusts that were felt throughout the area. Nassau County first, the high wind gust was in Syosset 79 miles an hour around 4 a.m., 60 at Central Park, Montgomery 46, Queens, New York City LaGuardia with a 67 mile an hour gust. The high gust in the area was in Sayville in Suffolk County around 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, 91 miles per hour. That is well over hurricane strength, but you can see the amount of gusts that occurred throughout the area over hurricane strength was somewhat limited, but the tropical storm force gusts were widespread. Even going back up into other parts of New Jersey, Union County 67 miles an hour, Hudson County 70 miles an hour. So these wind gusts were felt throughout the area. Notice the times. You can see northeast New Jersey experienced a very heavy band around 4:30 in the morning. And although the hurricane had made landfall in Atlantic City, or just near there, I think it was Little Egg Harbor, around 5:30 in the morning. Prior to that, there was a band of very heavy rain that was mixing down some winds that were just above the surface. And we spoke about this before the hurricane made landfall, about this possibility. Even though the hurricane might not have strong winds sustained at the surface, the winds are just off the deck, meaning just up in the atmosphere, a little bit above our heads. A little bit being, in atmospheric terms, a few hundred feet. And when you have this convection and this overturning the atmosphere and this very heavy rain, it kind of opens the trap door, and you get these bursts of wind like the 91 mile an hour gusts in Sayville. So that's how this was happening. In the heavier rain, you had these winds mixing down to the surface, and the result on the ground was very impressive. We'll show you a few pictures taken throughout northeast New Jersey. This was a common scene throughout the area. These trees, the sidewalks were rooted, sidewalks were torn up with the tree roots, and it was, power lines were down widespread throughout the area. Trees were down on houses. There was the damage was pretty extensive, and you can see a lot of people were reporting transformer explosions last night and power surges, and the amount of people without power is very unfortunate, because when you have such a widespread power outages up and down the East Coast, it's going to take a while to get the power back. Also important to note that there is still flooding occurring along the Raritan Passaic River. Areas are still evacuated there, so the threat is not totally over. These rivers are cresting, and everyone needs to remain vigilant. Even though the threat is over, don't go near these power lines. Let the emergency crews do their work. If you don't have power, luckily the weather is going to cooperate. It's a very cool night. It's pleasant outside. Today is going to be absolutely gorgeous, and just bear with us, and give us your reports. Let us know how things are doing on Facebook and Twitter. We've been with you all the way up to now. We'll be with you until everything is back to normal. So now we can finally dive in to today's weather, and we take a look, and there is finally nothing major going on. Highs are forecast to be in the upper 70s to near 80. Dew points are back into the 50s. Winds are out of the northwest and light. There is a weak shortwave trough over central Pennsylvania, very broad, could touch off a few clouds, but no showers or thunderstorms are expected. Notice 8:50 temperatures drop to near 10 Celsius. The air is going to feel crisp, the sun is going to shine bright, and it's going to be really a terrific day. Here's another look at the real shebang for Monday, and you can see temperatures on the NAM are only near 78 degrees as highs in the city. And I mean, look over here to our northwest, back up over north central Pennsylvania, upstate New York, and into Vermont, and even into northwest Connecticut and western Massachusetts. These are late afternoon highs in the upper 60s. So the air mass has cleaned itself out. There are light northwest winds, and it's going to be a very, very enjoyable day on Monday. So if you can, get out and try and enjoy it. And it is really welcome after this rough weather weekend we have had. With the calm weather, we'll look a little bit more into the future. Here's Irene, or what's left of it now, up an extra post-tropical cyclone. Shifts out of the picture by Monday afternoon. You can see the weak shortwave trough comes through. And then their heights rise a little bit, so you'll see high temperatures go up a little bit each day, Tuesday and Wednesday. And then a very weak shortwave comes over west central Pennsylvania, possibly touching off a few clouds before the heights begin to lower again by the end of the week, so the air mass will cool down once again for the weekend. But overall, you can see precipitation mostly dry, no threats of rain through at least the middle of the week. So stick with us through the middle of the week. We'll have updates. We'll let you know exactly how the weather is looking. But luckily, and I mean, we say this a lot, but it actually really is true. This break in active weather, especially after what a lot of people have been through over the past few days, is really welcomed. We'll be here on Facebook and Twitter as always. We always are there to answer your questions and comments, and we'll speak to you guys soon. Have a great Monday.